What's going on, RCDS Nation, Lifestyle Nation? My name is Joshua Carter, as most of you may know. And in this video today, I just wanted to really talk about blocking out the distractions. When I made the decision to go into training and like lifestyle coaching full time, I had a lot of distractions that were keeping me away from following what I felt like was my calling and my purpose to really jump head in, jump full steam ahead into this particular field. And one of the distractions was that how in the world could I become a personal trainer or a lifestyle trainer, shaper, coach, whatever, and I'm still 363 pounds? How could I even remotely stand in front of someone and talk about this type of business, and I suffer with anxiety and I suffer with depression, and I am 363 pounds, but I'm giving people, tips on how to lose weight or ways that they can, escape the uh, real life effects of anxiety slash depression. And I got to thinking about it, and what really made me lock in and know that this was my true calling is because there's nothing more rewarding than helping people with something that you can, realistically speak to. There's nothing more rewarding than being able to live in your purpose as well as create your own journey, create your own path to get the things done that you want to do to shape your life for a better life, than to help other people do that as well. And I know with us being such a visual society, on the side of the fitness side of the business, people may not buy into what I'm preaching when it comes to RCDS because, like I said, I'm still 363 pounds, and some people don't want, like I said, some people don't want to work out with someone who is still big, or who they feel is unhealthy. But that's why, for me, I came up with the campaign for our business that is basically it's lose weight with me, mentally and physically. So my style of personal training, and it'll be like this forever, is not the personal training that you're thinking of. It's not where you go into a gym and I'm telling you functionality exercises. I absolutely can, but it's more about having that accountability partner there with you, having the person, make sure you're going to the gym, having the person guide you through workouts. Absolutely. If you're watching me do something and you have a question, that's the whole point. So we're going to lose the weight together physically and mentally. Now, the mental aspect of it, I know a lot of people deal with different mental conditions. For me, it's anxiety slash depression. Some people, it's bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever. But when it comes to this part of your life, like getting your physical health in order, that's a huge anxious feeling to be able to walk into a gym or step into a grocery store and not buy the food that you're typically used to buying versus buying, new things. So it's continuing the process of changing every single day. And I know from personal experience, that's what makes this journey even more, understandable. You are dealing with someone who is walking into this with you. I don't want to say holding your hand, but the days you don't feel like going to the gym, if you schedule with a personal trainer, your chances are you're going to go. But if you schedule with someone who's a personal trainer who is not making it feel all salesman-y, but is giving you that personal trainer feel, that's guiding you through workouts, that's created a custom workout for you, that's created a custom meal plan for you, it makes that, it takes away some of that anxiety. It takes away some of that doubt that you may have. And that's my whole thing with this brand, is that we have to just start. On my podcast on Monday, I talked about just starting and shaping your routine. And it can be on either side of the spectrum. Some people will look at this video and say, why are you uploading this video and the background has a TV, some weird thing on the wall, fireplace, that curtain, that weird thing on that wall, and it's not like a high definition camera. Like people, sadly, I know I'm guilty of it, will come on a YouTube video or a Facebook video and stop watching the person's video because they feel like the camera that they used is unprofessional. The whole point of saying all that is you have to start somewhere. You can't sit on a dream for, fear of how people are going to think about it. You can't have this idea and say, oh, I don't have the money to start it. There's a quote that says it takes money to make money. Yeah, but if you have the tools to start today, why not start today? You know what I mean? So, like I said, the R in RCDS is a routine. You can start a routine for free. If you're going to open up a gym, or if you're going to open up a restaurant, yeah, you may take money to get the office or the real estate for the restaurant or the gym, but you can start shaping that routine today. You can start training people if you're going to open up a gym with some of the equipment that you have. Take them to a park and start to earn your money by training people at a park for $20 a person. You can, cook out of your home and sell plates out of your house to get money to go open up that restaurant that you've always wanted. You can, rent a lawnmower to start cutting lawns to create that lawn business that you've always wanted. And the more consistent you are with starting, the more disciplined you are, the things that you're willing to sacrifice with starting, it'll take shape in your life. Back to the point of this video, I'm 363 pounds, anxiety, depression, whatever you want to call it, broke, and I walked away from the job. I walked away from my fears. Every day I wake up and I'm kind of like, man, this anxiety is going to win because, I got my girlfriend, I got a big burden on her. I can't let her down. I can't let my daughter, my mother, anybody who I connect with, the reason why I do this, I can't let them down. So what if they're having a bad day and someone calls me and says, hey, can you loan me $50 to pay this light bill? What am I supposed to do? Because I don't have $50. But I have to know that I'm being so consistent with my routine. I'm being so consistent with fighting off that anxiety, fighting off that depression, that at some point, it's only natural that if I'm taking this axe and beating this tree every single day, eventually the tree is going to fall. Something will come eventually. It could take 10 years. It could take 10 months. You don't know. But I just had to start. I live my life like this business is already a multi-million-dollar company. I live my life like nothing from here to here is going to stop me. What is between here and here can stop me. But I can't allow it to. Neither can you. That's why RCDS is so vital, I think, to everybody's life. It doesn't have to be fitness. It doesn't have to be mental fitness. It could be anything. If you are at a job that you hate and you really want to quit your job, quit. I mean, yeah, you'll be suffering for a little, but if like I'm better, and I don't want to put anyone's job down, but like I'm better than cleaning toilets. I took this cleaning toilets job to feed my family, but I know it doesn't take $1,000 a month to feed my family. I can quit this job, get back in school, or start a business that I've always wanted to start, and just be consistent with that, and eventually something will take shape. I talk to people all the time and they say, I only stay at my job for the paycheck. Well, that means to me that you're staying there and you're doing enough to get that job, to get that paycheck, and they're just paying you enough so you don't quit. So both of you, your employer and you, are kind of suffering at the same time. So what does that mean? When you guys are both suffering, somebody's going to go, and it's going to be you. The employer ain't going nowhere. It's going to be you. So when you get these thoughts in your mind, like I want to do something different, that's the universe, God, whatever you believe in, telling you it's time to do something different. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yeah, you may love your job, and you may have that day where it's Monday, you don't feel like going, but the other Tuesday through Friday, you love it. Or you may hate your job, but the fact that you're off on weekends and they pay you pretty good, it keeps you going. But if you're not purposely fulfilled, Like if you're not, you know, uh, winning, so to say, then that's not for you. I'm a firm believer in do for oneself. That means you should be able to get your own money and not rely on a paycheck. You should be able to, fulfill the needs for yourself of your life that you want to live. It's a lot of hard work. Now I'm not anti-job. I feel like, if you're gonna work a job, do something that's purposeful to you. Like if you're gonna go to school to be, a nurse, I feel like that's something that's purposeful to you. If you're gonna go to school to be an accountant, I feel like that's something that's purposeful to you. If you're going to school to be a lawyer, an engineer, a firefighter, a police officer, that's something that's purposeful to you. Don't sell yourself short. I'm not saying that. Don't sell yourself short. But for me, it took a lot of stuff at 34 years old. It took a lot of stuff for me to realize this lane is where I'm supposed to be in. I paid for my schooling in this lane. I made some sacrifices to get back in this lane. And the mental part of it plays a huge role in it for me. Like I said, it's not about me anymore. It's about everyone who is on this journey with me. And it's all about starting. Yeah, your videos may look stupid at first. Yeah, your social media posts may not make sense. Yeah, your podcast may not come out of nowhere, come with good information. But the fact of the matter is, some of the people that we look up to, when they did their first video or wrote their first book, it sucked. But the fact of the matter is, they just started and kept going. You look at like a music artist, 99.9% of them, their first album is so good. Like you remember 50 Cent's first album, and then it kind of went down from there. 50 Cent put out like 5 years worth of mixtapes before Get Rich or Die Trying came out. So he knew he could rap. He just was starting, and to put out a mixtape didn't cost him any money. It didn't cost him any money. So he put out mixtapes, and he was getting like $5 a mixtape. So he was taking all that money, and then he put it into Get Rich or Die Trying and got a deal from it and made double back the money. So yeah, 2003 is when we heard about 50 Cent. But before, he was putting mixtapes out like every week in the summer of like 2000. Like every week he was dropping a new mixtape. That grind, he just started and he just went, and now look at him. So you can do the same thing. I'm going to put out a video. I'm committed to putting out a video every day, a post every day, checking at the gym every day, and that's my job. So people can see he just started. I need to figure out what he did to just start, and it's very simple. I started. I don't care what nobody thought. I want this for you and for me more than I want life itself. I don't want my daughter to have to go fill out somebody's job application when she's 14 because she feels like she needs all this money. No, she's going to learn that she's going to go through school. She's either going to go to college or start a business. You got two options with me. So start, people. Just start. If you are 500 pounds and you want to be a personal trainer and you want people to work out with you and pay you for your services, be the expert of it. Show them how you're going to lose those 500 pounds. Offer something free so they can see what you're really talking about. Come up with a brand and just start. And I'm going to end it right there. You start your dream and I'm going to start mine. RCDS Nation.